Hi Stitchers, I hope you had a great stitching week. Things are pretty calm here, busy as always. Nothing too exciting anyway, except that one trip to the emergency room on Thursday, but everything turned out well, and tomorrow I see my doctor, so hopefully I'll walk away with a good bill of clean health. So I haven't really gotten anything in the mail this week or haven't ordered anything. I plan on placing an order next week. But I did get this in the mail, and it's the Keepsake Needle Arts book. And I really just love looking through them. But the only thing I don't like about it is they already come pre-kitted. Some of you may like that, but I like to use my own fabric and my own thread. And I've seen this pattern from several of you stitchers, and I really like it, so that's on my order list. That's the Christmas pattern, 'Twas the Night by Sue Hillis. And I also noticed in here too they had a couple pages dedicated to Rosewood Manor with a little article on Karen. And the only thing I don't like about that is, and those are kitted too as well. As you can see, I have this one down here, Cornwall Cottage, and once I get caught up on some of my other stitches, I'm going to drag it back out and I will show you what I've done so far. I have the Quaker Autumn pattern and the fall and the spring, I believe, so those are just in my to-do list. I also see this pattern popping up, and at first I didn't really care for it. The more I see it though, the more I'm starting to like it. So I may just go ahead and order this one as well. And then one that I hadn't noticed before is this Quaker and Quilts. I really like that too. And they have this on 28 count linen, which isn't too bad. The price is $62.99, which I think is a little spendy. But so just a fun book. Like I said, just to look through too. There's another pattern that I was looking at, a Christmas one, and I've been wanting to do something on the dimensions side, like I said, and then a lot of these come with an 18 count Aida. If I did it, I'd probably do it on 14 or 16. But this Santa's Midnight Sleigh, I really like that one too. And they have that one on navy. But for some of you that, I know that you like these all kitted patterns, and that way everything is there. Me personally, I switch and swap and those kinds of things. And then yesterday, when I was thinking, I don't know, this may end up to be a total disaster, but I had to buy a pill case because I needed more pills, or my pills didn't quite fit in the one that I had. So my old pill case I was looking at, I'm thinking, what would it be if I just put beads in these, like when I'm stitching, like on a Mirabilia or something, the different colors that I'm using. Just kind of not a bead compartment type thing, you know, where you store them, but just something to put the beads in while I'm working on them so they don't spill. I don't know, it could end up to be a total disaster, and maybe picking beads out or whatever, they might spill, but I thought if I had the other parts closed and then I just had one open, that might be an idea. So let me know what you think about that, and I'll tell you what happens once I start using the beads and such. Okay, I'm just going to show you a few of my whips that I've been working on this week. Some I've made a lot of progress, one mainly, and then the rest not so much. But a girl can only stitch so much in 7 days. I have to work too because I like to eat and such. But here's my French alphabet sampler. And I did get see, where are you? This done right here. Yeah, I did that yesterday. And then I filled in this right here. So, you know, that really isn't much at all, but you know what? Every little bit counts. So it's about 20 stitches closer to my goal of finishing it, right? That's how I'm going to look at it. I also worked a little bit on my Quaker Virtues, and didn't really do much on this either, but I did pull it up just to make sure that I did a little bit on it. And if you can see here, I did this part all right here. And so, yeah, I know that isn't much, but like I said, it's about 20 steps closer to a finished piece, right? And sometimes it just helps just to work a little bit on each one. Even if you can throw 10 stitches in a day, that still adds up to, you know, 70 to 100 stitches a week, which is pretty helpful. Another one that I've been working on, now this one I decided I'm going to put at least 10 stitches a day in. And I know I get home late from work, and I play practice 3 nights a week, so I'm usually pretty tired. My eyes get tired as well. But on Cinderella, I decided to do 10 stitches a day. So I did get down here finished, and then I put a little bit of metallic in there. So I'm pretty impressed with myself getting that little bit done this week. But I had several days where I didn't put anything in. I mean, I had some days where I put 20 stitches in, and some days I put 15, but I had 3 or 4 days I didn't put anything in it. So I keep a stitching journal, and maybe I'll bring it out sometime. But in it, I keep track of the number of stitches that I stitch every day, and I also keep track of patterns and count, and I know some of you use index cards, and or even things that I see that I like, threads or different ideas. Otherwise I never remember and I forget. Here I worked on this last night, and the only thing I got finished or was able to finish is I put the W in. So it brings a little life to it, but not so much. But you know, like I said, a few stitches here and there. So maybe by the end of 2016 I'll have these 4 pieces done. Hopefully sooner, but not. Okay, and then my last piece, this one has caused me much angst. This is my namesake sampler. So I think from last time, last week when I had it, I finished up the B and the G, and I have half of the H. And then I also started this word above. You can see it. And I'm really liking the colors in this. It's cream fabric with DMC 930. Really a pretty combination. It's, even though it doesn't look rich, the color or the blue is a lot richer than actually what it looks. This letter gave me fits. I took Friday off and stayed at home, and I thought I'm going to get so much stitching done today. Wrong. As I was stitching around this, I found that I was 1 hole off. So I ripped out 95% of the letter and restitched it, because where the mistake was, it was towards the end of a thread. So I stitched, trying to find it, I tore out 2 threads. So I basically had to stitch it from scratch. Well, my pattern that I used, I always highlight as I go along. So when I was going back over it and restitching it, I had added some extra stitches in here. So when I got to over here, I was way up at the border. And I looked at it and I thought, oh goodness. So what did I have to do again? I had to frog the whole thing out and restitch it for a second time. So otherwise I probably would have been a lot farther along. So my Friday for stitching all day, and I think I started in the morning and stopped about midnight. So that is how far that I've come with that. So that's really all that I have this week. I know it isn't much, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. I hope that you have a great stitching week this week and that you get a lot of things done. I know there's different groups that are coming up with challenges for the upcoming year. I've signed up for a couple of them, one of which I'm really excited about is the what is it called? Crazy Stitch 2016. And so I'm trying to get ready for that with my pieces. Some of them I may just have to go and just pick up things as I'm going along. And I'm finding I'm adding more to my list than what I originally had planned on doing. So have a great stitchy week. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon. Bye.